Good morning, YouTube. Oh man, Josh, I am proud of you, bro. This morning we did 30 minutes of Stairmaster for the first time ever in my life at a level 7. Might be pretty slow to some people, but honestly, I have never done Stairmaster ever, at least intentionally. And you know what? First 20 minutes were difficult. My legs were extremely heavy, felt like I was carrying concrete, but we had to go through. Mentally, I was telling myself, all right, we should do these 5 minutes at a time, maybe 10 minutes at a time, and reset and do another 10 minutes. But no, your brother was just like, nah, we gotta keep going. You've done things way harder than this. I think of the sport wrestling. In wrestling, like there were times where I just gotta surpass your limits, man, just like Captain Yami says, and just keep going. I can't tell you how many times, just like as a kid, it's just running those hills. And I remember I ran for like, what was it, like 4 miles, which is not a lot for a lot of people, but for me as a kid, like that was a lot at the time in high school. And a lot of people were skipping laps and just cheating themselves. But for me personally, I remember I just kept on going until it was over, proving to myself that I could be obedient and do the things my coaches required of me. It used to be difficult because we had some stellar talent in wrestling, and I was a good wrestler. Like I was one of like the top guys, like top 5 in the whole team. It's just like the people that didn't put that much effort in the conditioning side of things for training, like they were rewarded and skillful enough to like win their matches. Where for me, it's just like I feel like I constantly struggled and doing everything perfectly from a training perspective, and then going to the mat and like not really performing as much as what was promised by my coaches. It was really difficult for me. But the main thing for me as an athlete has always been mental, like my personal belief in myself that I could achieve greatness. And it was part of it was just like a lot of personal things. Like developing as a kid, I mean, you're learning to control your hormones, and like when you're in relationships too, like that's like a new thing too. And yeah, I just let my mind consume me in sports when I was a kid, and my performance suffered for sure. And where I feel like the other athletes that were doing very well and weren't doing the things that were required of them in their training, it's like they had the mental side, and so their mental side they were able to conquer and win their matches and so forth. Just to give you an idea of what type of wrestler I was a techer, and what that means is like if you win by so many points, they have to stop the match. My wrestling coach, he relied a lot on me taking people down and letting them go. So for them to stop the match, you had to be beating them by 15 points, and then they stop. They're like, okay, this guy is completely dominating this other guy, like we need to stop the match. So that was me. I would take down people, get close to near fall points, almost pinning them. I would rack up my points, and then they would stop the match. So that was my thing. And my senior year of high school, my ratio was like, I believe it was like I got 35 to 40 wins and 4 to 5 losses my season. But those 4 to 5 losses like were the important ones for me to progress towards like masters and state. I wrestled in California, so very prestigious state. I mean, you're going against the whole state. They wouldn't do it in sections like some other states. We would like wrestle everybody in the entire state of California. It was insane. And yeah. That's a little bit of background with me for wrestling. But right now we're doing legs, and your boy needs these pads for sure, just because after doing the Stairmaster, and then after that I did 45 minutes of incline cardio at a speed of 3.5, inclined at 11. That was smooth sailing, surprisingly. And yeah, my legs are just not as strong right now. I have 45s up right now, so we got 135. I'm gonna throw up some 25s and see how that feels, and let's get this lift started. All right, try not to judge me too much, guys. I put an extra 10. I wasn't planning on doing this weight right off the bat, but we just want to get through this workout already, because I've been putting in too many hours in this gym today already. So we actually did chest before legs, Hey. Ooh. Ooh. Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna be pulsing, guys, because we're gonna be pulsing. We're just gonna keep on going until we can't go anymore. All I'm gonna say, this is for me, Josh. Like, good job in getting through that cardio this morning, man. Because I know you were psyched out the day before. This was scary, it was new. Especially on top of that, like, you could get in your head about your carbs from going from, you started at 480 and you went down to 130. And then at this phase, you're going down to 80 carbs. Like, bro, it's all in your mind. Empty your mind and just get it done. Don't even think about it, bro. Like, you came from a skinny background. You're used to being a skinny kid. You grew up eating, what'd you eat for breakfast? You would eat cereal, 2 bowls of it, with 2 cups of whole milk. And then for lunch at high school, you would just get 2 slices of bread and put peanut butter on it. That was your lunch. And you would go through a whole freaking workout for like 2 to 3 hours for wrestling. And if anything, you just like picked up a Pop-Tart from like the student store. And bro, that's barely anything. And you would run like a mile a day or 2. And on top of that, like, you're just depleted. All you're doing is relying on water the whole day. And on top of that, you would have to cut weight from 135 to 125 regularly throughout all of your high school career. Like, bro, you could push yourself. And for dinner, what would you have? Your mom would get you El Pollo Loco, or you would eat just like ground beef with potatoes and rice. And it was like, you were satisfied with 1 plate, maybe 2. And even if that, like, the amount of calories that you were burning, it probably was like an astronomically amount of stuff. So you got this, Josh. Like, you've pushed your body pretty far with wrestling. Something like this should be insanely easy. So when you're doing this cardio for 30 minutes, that 30 minutes is nothing compared to what you did in wrestling. You moved your body, you tossed your body around, you freaking were sprinting, doing suicides, doing bleachers, doing all this crazy stuff, man. All this crazy stuff. You are, what, 28 years old now? You got this, dude. And your mental, you have experienced so much in your life now compared to what you were then. Like, you were a freaking, let's be honest, mentally, with relationships and everything, and just like how you were as a person, you were a freaking loser, bro. At least to me, from my perspective. But now you're a married man, you're faithful to your wife, your relationship is awesome with her, you love her, and you have like this vision of really achieving the posterity and the big picture that you want for you and Paige. Like, bro, be grateful, be present, accept everything that's coming in, and let's get this done, brother. Now let's go get this freaking lift in, even though you're freaking tired. Who cares? You only got 2 to 4 weeks left of this. That's nothing. This is only temporary. And remember, after this, you're gonna be going back to the plan after both shows. You're not gonna splurge. You're not gonna eat like crazy like you did in high school, eating your freaking, what was it? Chili cheese fries with a freaking large 65-ounce freaking Dr. Pepper and like a double hamburger with fries. Bro, you're not mediocre anymore. You are uncommon. You are uncommon. Fear mediocrity. That's it. Now let's Let's get this freaking squat in. Hey. Oh. Easy. Easy way, brother. Easy. That was good. I know you, Josh. I know how you work, man. You grew up, your dad wasn't around all the time because he was busy working, putting in all the hours for you and your family so you could have food at the table. So you developed your own eldest brother or your own role model father figure. And that role model father figure was who you are right now. So you are killing it right now. The way you look, everything, this is, I don't want to get emotional here, but you are achieving it. And you're still gonna surpass this current shape, this physique, this mental, spiritual, physical, all the above. You're not even at your peak yet. Peak, probably gonna be 35, 40, 45, who knows? You're gonna keep growing. Remember, your mindset goes into the eternities. Think from an eternity perspective. You are limitless, brother. So, man, I remember you would picture yourself to be like this warrior growing up, wishing you were that person. And you are becoming that person, man. You know Ryu, Street Fighter, you pictured yourself like him. Jacked, stoic, humble, striving to be a better man every day, going through different cities, walking through mountains, and experiencing life all together. Having your little story arcs, meeting new individuals, and taking what you learn from them and applying it to yourself. Your social interactions that you've done with the last few years is just purely just benefiting you to become a more prestigious being that will help you, your wife, your children, and all those people around you. Remember to not limit yourself and not just speak to yourself all the time, because I remember when you were younger, you sheltered yourself for so long because you would beat yourself up for too long and would focus more on the negativities of what people will tell you. And you don't have time for that, man. You don't have time. You have a family to take care of. Hey. Push. All right, guys. We're gonna move on to, I believe we're doing leg extensions or leg curls, one of those. Let's get it. Oh man, shush up, body. You can handle this. Easy, easy. Oh man, it's like I'm in a torture room, and it's like the body's just like, please stop it. Please stop doing this to me. And I'm just like, no, keep going. We're still trying to grow 10 days out. Whew. We're here to achieve greatness. Man, I feel like honestly guys, a lot of things I'm saying we're just trying to coach ourselves at this point. Our coach isn't here with us right now, but he's giving me the guidance, the words of encouragement for this week. There's a lot of people this far out that will break and want to eat and to get in their heads. I've gone in my head a few times already, but we've always had to battle it and reshape it and be like, you know what? Shut up, bro. Do you want to be average? No. You have lived your life to stray away from average. Everybody has the ability to break out of it. It's up to you. And it's also, you know what helps too? Your circle. If your circle like influences you to be a lesser person than what you want to be, then they're your cage, man. They're your freaking cage. Let's we're gonna go up weight. I know I wasn't going as deep as you would normally see me at, but hey, we're just trying to push, man. Push what we could do. Especially like with my legs being wobbly from Stairmaster, I'm pretty impressed. Let's go. Ooh, we're listening to a mix by Day ZN, Let Him Cook, X Madara Laugh. It goes hard because it starts with King Leonidas from 300. This is where we fight. This is where they die. Come on. Focus on these 5, Josh. Focus. 2. 1. Win. Sheesh. Oh man, if you guys notice, I never curse. It's because growing up, we all have our little addiction, and addictions are all mental. So as a dedication, a ritual for me to never get into that mental aspect of giving in to temptation or addiction, I just don't curse anymore. If I could control my words, that's a mental thing. And it's also physical in a way. I'm verbally using my voice. If I can master that, then I can master a lot of things. Consistency, man. You're consistent with one thing, it'll bleed into others. And on top of that, one thing I really appreciate about my father is he grew up having a mouth of virtue. He was truly a respecter of persons. And I remember I even called him bro one time. And you know what? That was the first time I saw him very frustrated with me. And he was just like, do not call me bro. And then it just hit me right there, like there's respect behind words. And the way you use them, like it just means a lot. It speaks volumes. So I use that example of my dad, and hey, if he's done it for years, then I could do it too. It's a habit that's difficult for a lot of people, but me, gotta get locked in. All right, boys, we gotta do some leg curls. Gotta adjust this machine to my liking. Surprisingly, this leg curl is better than a commercial gym or other gyms I've been to. So let's see, you gotta fine tune it to my physique. I think that's it right there, bro. Oh man, having to figure out like how this should look on me, or sorry, how this should be adjusted is almost like solving a puzzle piece in a video game. It's like you had to like work with the wires and everything and making sure everything's all top notch for the pump. We're gonna strap ourselves in with these pulling wraps. These are from Village, hidden in iron. Great company for equipment. They have some dope prints as well. They've sent me some stuff, and yeah. I wouldn't say they're the best pulling wraps just because these are more for like wrapping things and pulling it, where I feel like the best pulling wraps, in my opinion, are Versa Grips. I had Versa Grips for like 5 years, and then, yeah, they just broke after 5 years, which is really good with the amount of pulling I do. Don't you hate when you listen to this SoundCloud and then an ad pops up and you're just like, dang, I don't want to hear about T-Mobile. Like, I'm already with a freaking network. Now I'm hearing about Taco Bell. The Crunchwrap Supreme. Crunchwraps are actually pretty good. Honestly, you can make your own and like be a lot cheaper if you just buy a freaking tortillas, cheese, and chicken, and then all that stuff, and then yeah, get a big burrito and then wrap it in there. Like you're good to go. All right, that was a good first set. We're gonna move on to 20 pounds more. Guys, I'm telling you, I think Gorilla Mind. No, not that I think. Gorilla Mind is freaking supreme, bro. Because you hear me talking. I feel like my energy is way higher than ever before. And man, we're on the low carbs too. It's probably gonna get lower too, my energy tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. And I just quoted SpongeBob with Mr. Krabs. Guys, I'm gonna be quoting a lot of SpongeBob and random freaking Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon quotes all the time. So if you get tired of it, I'm sorry. I'm just cultured. But yeah, the Gorilla Mind is really giving me energy because I'm talking fast. I keep going. There's no crash either. So quick review from yesterday. I didn't have a crash. I was actually pretty like steady with energy the entire day. I will say my sleep last night kind of was difficult, but that's just because there was news in the family that I was kind of eager to hear about, and the news was awesome. It was just like my brother-in-law, he's going to be pretty much studying abroad, and he's going to Ecuador, so that's freaking awesome. Like, he's going to learn Spanish and everything, so that's cool. Congrats to him getting that. But anyways, I woke up like 3 or 4 times in the middle of the night using the restroom, flushed all the fluids and everything, and it was a lot. It was a lot, man. I feel like I'm peeing for like 30 seconds straight now, but it is what it is. So I've been trying to do better at like sipping earlier in the day and drinking all my water early in the day so I could feel a little bit more full so I don't have to like wake up 4 times. But I mean, it's not that bad. I feel like I'm getting good quality of sleep. I'm getting 8 to 9 hours, especially with the cardio increasing. Like, I need more time to recover. And this is gonna be smooth sailing, man. It's Wednesday, tomorrow's gonna be Thursday. I feel like once Thursday hits, like the rest of the week just like rolls through and it's just easy. Yeah. I feel like getting that was easy button. So like when I'm done doing cardio, I just walk into my apartment and be like, that was easy. That'll be good. Yeah. All right, let's do this next set. Yeah. Oh yeah, Kool-Aid guy. Kool-Aid. I'm thinking about Kool-Aid, I always think about my soccer days. I did soccer for a couple seasons. Thinking about Kool-Aid, thinking about Capri Suns. You know, the essentials to a soccer game. Ooh, gotta fill that cup all the way to the brim. Legs, don't fail me now, bro. The pump is slowly going away, so we gotta prioritize this. I'm probably gonna take less of a break in between sets, just because, yeah, we're fading away. We're getting blurry, seeing stars a little bit, and I feel really gratified, really grateful for today. We're gonna be having a small meal after this. We're gonna have just eggs, 4 eggs. This morning I had just 2 rice cakes with 20 grams of blueberries, and this is my protein paste. But yeah, second meal is just gonna be 4 eggs and I think 1 rice cake with ketchup, or not even ketchup. When I do use ketchup though, guys, I use no sugar added. That stuff is freaking supreme, be a lifesaver. And then I put mustard on it because mustard doesn't have any calories, right? Don't quote me on that, double check. But yeah, just don't go crazy with the mustard. Anyways, this is money set, money, Mr. Krabs. I remember this one time, I had a bodybuilder, he asked me if I had salt on me. And such a bodybuilder thing to ask, like who carries salt with them? I wish I totally should, because salt like is supreme, it helps me out, at least with the pump a little bit. But honestly, sometimes I take a shot of salt, I just sprinkle it on my hand and just like, boop. Some people can't handle it like that. They're just like, oh, it's just too like strong. But me, I don't know. I just like that freaking hit, man. We're just like, oh, let's go. So, yeah. I'll rest here for a little bit and we'll finish off this workout. I might do 2 more sets because that set was pretty pumpy, pretty good. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. One of my goals, guys, is so I was watching a video where they, if you're consistent for something for 16 days, then it becomes habit. And I've been doing YouTube videos for almost 2 weeks of just recording my workouts and just talking to you guys. And yeah, the goal is to hit 16 days. And I'm assuming, like, with that logic of what I've heard, like after those 16 days, like it's just gonna be habit. We're gonna do it every day. And if you made it this far throughout the video, like, thank you for caring. I'm an average Joe, pretty, simple guy. A guy that loves to lift, a guy that loves to compete. We're gonna be doing 2 shows this year, and then after that, we're gonna dive into a different arc. The arc is gonna be the growing phase, and can't wait for you to see the transformation, because the last off season took about 1.5 years, and we've made some improvements. Like, let me give you an example. I was 147 in my last show, which was two years ago, maybe a little bit more than that. I was 147 pounds. Now I'm 160. So that gives you an idea of how much muscle we put on. And we're still trying to cut right now, guys. Like, I might be less than 160. So we'll see. excited to see the transformation pictures and all the good stuff. Let's finish this. Finish them. Alright guys, we're just waiting for my eggs to be cooked. For tomorrow's video, we're going to be going over what I'm eating in the day because, yeah, I feel like that'd be really interesting for you guys to know what 80 carbs looks like in a day and 190 protein and 40 grams of fat. I'm excited. I am finally settling down a little bit where I feel like it's time to rest. We're going to take a good rest day the rest of today. Have a friend coming over, actually one of the people that helped me with my videos here and there. He's gonna be coming over. We're gonna be hanging out, probably watch a film or two. He's a good friend of mine. We're really into film and love kind of just watching new things together and collaborating in thoughts and just sharing our mindsets and just like, I don't know, just the things of film. Like we like to look at the soundtrack and how it moves us, and also like the direction of the creator, the director, and what they're trying to do from camera angles to trying to figure out the plot. It's pretty much like a whole, like, it's like we're sipping tea and we're like, oh yes, interesting, this is how this happened, and we kind of collect our thoughts after. Anyways, I'm rambling as usual. I wanted to tell you guys, like, today's fit was pretty random. Got my big pants, and then I got my wife lover on with a shirt, Hawaiian shirt-esque. This one was inspired by Pokemon, because you know how Pokemon, when you approach a trainer, and I remember when you would approach a trainer, they would have like these really dope fits, and sometimes I would sit there and be like, dang dude, I want to dress up like that guy, like he looks dope. So part of my fits that I put together, just like I'm trying to really create my own avatar for myself and just like feel good, because to feel good you gotta look good. At least that's how it is for me. And like I just love dressing up, especially because growing up I used a lot of people's borrowed clothes from my cousins and wear whatever my mom buys from the thrift store or anywhere she finds on sale or Costco. So now that I'm an adult, it's just fun to kind of throw around random clothes. But there is a brand that reached out to me that is going to be dropping off some clothes, and I'm excited to show you that. I'm not sure when it's going to come in. It's shipping from Canada, and yeah, it's pretty drippy, and I believe, especially for my anime fans, you guys are really going to like it, especially if you're a Berserk guy. It's going to go pretty hard. And they have Hunter x Hunter stuff, and that's my favorite anime of all time. Anyways, I digress. Looks like my eggs are about ready to flip. So just want to thank you guys for watching this video. We're going to be about 9 days out starting tomorrow, and you guys are going to see it all the way to the end. We're going to reach the end game. So like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Wishing you guys an awesome day, and go destroy your goals.